Today, Lycandrell, nightwolves, and the subsequent less intelligent werewolf have all similarly poor reputation amongst most people groups. They are hated and hunted, most often due to the vile deeds of the nightwolves and animalistic morality of werewolves. Yet the hardness of Lycandrell hearts towards common mortals has not given fearful outsiders a reason to treat each lineage of lycanthrope as distinct from one another. A wolf is a wolf. This has created a survivalist mindset in all lycanthrope, which suits their reclusive preferences and has kept Lycandrell encounters to a minimum. Yet the peoples of Terminus rarely abide even the most passive of threats. Nightwolves are truly ghastly creatures with no regard for an innocent life. Werewolves who cannot transform on demand as Lycandrell or nightwolves are nonetheless ruthless, impulsive predators. A deplorable secondary effect of the presence of these creatures has been a broader distrust among common mortals, and in some cases, bloodthirsty panic. Several cities have fallen prey to unfounded paranoia, and the term Drell cleanses became synonymous with harvest and the early onset of winter. Here, the mania that can attend myth-making is on full display, as Lycandrell are often blamed for everything from poor crops to an early frost. They are often accused of carrying diseases and spreading cursed blood, which has some merit perhaps. Yet many innocents have perished from zealous, fearful mortals. There persists a strong belief that burning with fire or drowning a Drell would force the accused to shift into Lycandrell form to escape before death. In these instances, the fate of the falsely accused is worse than the fate of the guilty. For true Lycandrell, however, there is little concern for the affairs of other mortals. And though it would seem that Lycus's dream was dealt a death blow at Shadir, then utterly buried by the celestial boundary, there is evidence that his wilderness yet walks within the living. Some clans of Lycandrell still cling to the ancient calling of the twin-head god, protecting and persevering the ancient wisdoms of Terminus with fervent dedication. This is most readily witnessed in the far northern clan of the Ulfednari of Frosha Nocta, who have taken up the mantle for centuries. Their culture is based around recovery and study, prizing the solace that the twin-head god once lived for, and maximizing their exceptional lifespans. While not aggressive in nature, the Ulfednari rarely welcome outsiders, and it would not take long to learn that the bite of a peaceful Lycandrell is nonetheless injurious than an evil one. Yet other clans have carved their path by harnessing the physical power of Lycus's blessing, rather than carrying out his personal desires. Chief among these are the Wo-Shay, reputed rivals of the ogres of Broken Moor and cunning warriors of stealth and ferocity. An anomaly within the Wo-Shay is their inability to shift away from their Lycandrell form, or perhaps taking a fervent oath to never do so. In either case, the lack of transformation is remarkable, and as blood-soaked as their conflicts with the ogres have been, any such incident of transformation would have been observed by now. As for nightwolves, there are mercifully few evidences of their malevolent kind grouping together for long stretches of time. Most of these native accords are short-lived and mutually destructive, though a handful of nightwolves did align with the Revenant for a time. These betrayers were crucial in acquiring military intelligence on the sacred six races, understanding their supplies and so forth. Few nightwolves fought in open battle, though one was discovered and killed during the construction of the Burning Sanctum. Most often, nightwolves prefer to acquire subservient mortals from other species, either by guile or by force. From this vantage, they are able to pillage and war unchecked, not unlike their delinquent father, Noct. Werewolves, however, do prefer to stay in packs. With a social structure that is difficult to maintain due to the irregularity of werewolf transformation. As previously noted, werewolves do not possess the shifting mastery of Lycandrell or nightwolves, and are therefore unable to construct a stable society. Instead, they rely mostly on the outcast status of their pack members for consistency, as once a werewolf is revealed, they cannot return to their own people. Yet there are evidences of werewolves submitting themselves to a master and learning how to become a Lycandrell. However, such a field of study must be reserved for another day. Despite their homogeneous reputation, Lycandrell of modernity come in many forms. Some are a broken shadow of what Lycus desired for his children, while others have attained a more fulfilled version of that dream. They may be stable and enduring, perhaps even noble. Yet most wrestle with an inability to trust outsiders, their own kind, or even themselves. They carry the burden of the wilderness in their soul, but ache from their inability to access Lycus himself. Perhaps this fate will one day be altered and the burden lifted by the twin gods appearing. Until that day, the might of the Lycandrell dwells within the hidden places of Terminus, persevering like the echo of Lycus's great howl.